All right. So it's been a while, and there's a good reason for that. But first, if you don't know who I am, I'm an author from Wisconsin. My name is Daniel Poppie. You can find out more about what I do at danielpoppie.com. That's the easiest way. That's the easiest way to check out what I do. I was going to say something else there, but I guess it just kind of ended up being a repetition of what I said before. I did not release a book December 1st, and there's a good reason for that. So for the Arthur Caol series, I'm assuming if you're watching this, you know what that is. If you don't know what it is, it's a small detective noir series slash gothic horror type series I'm writing. It's probably the best genre that it fits into. I didn't release a book on December 1st, and the reason why is because I had the book finished like midway through November, and then I had the sixth book, which should come out in January, finished. I had that finished before the end of November, and I was thinking to myself, maybe I can get this all done before the end of November and then have it out. And because of Thanksgiving, and that's understandable, because of Thanksgiving and people that I work with to get the book out being busy, it took a bit longer, and I have senioritis in relation to these 6 books. And when I get to the end of a project, I've worked so hard, I'm at the end, I'm like, oh, I kind of want to be done with this. Not that I want to be done with the series, but I want to be done with this 6-month stint, because it's been a lot of work and it's tiring, and I probably won't do anything so quickly again unless it's the only thing I'm doing, because there's other stuff going on as well. So I'm going to be talking about the 5th and 6th books. I am going to be putting this out on Tuesday, so it should be Tuesday the 15th of December, and I plan on having the books out by Friday, if not Friday, Saturday at the latest. But make sure you keep up with these videos. I'm waiting on one more cover for the 6th book, and once that's done, it shouldn't take too much longer to get everything together and get it out for people to read. I am going to only have 2 videos for the announcements for this, just because I'm tired. That's pretty much the reason. I'm tired. I was planning on having a break in December. I want my break, and I've kept on pushing this forward a little bit. And once I'm done putting this out, I'm going to be taking a little bit of a break. I've already kind of been taking a break in December. I've been trying to step back from an online presence, just because I just don't like it very much. But if you haven't seen me, that's the reason. I'm just sick of being online. I prefer stuff in person, to be honest, quite a bit, and I'm going to be probably shifting toward that. If you do want to stay connected, the best way is my email list, danielpoppie.com/newsletter. You can check out my newsletter. You can contact me through that email. And if you don't know me personally, if you know me personally, you probably have connections, like a phone number or something like that. So there are 2 books coming out. The 5th book is my attempt at a ghost story, and I've never done a ghost story before. All right. I like experimenting. I like pushing myself into different genres, because I think it's important to learn how those genres work. And I don't know how ghost stories work. Let's just be honest about that. I don't know how ghost stories work, but this story, the 5th book, it looks like a ghost story. I guess you could consider it a ghost story. I don't think it's scary, but it just depends on the person. I don't think most things are scary. I think most of the time things are more disturbing than scary when it comes to horror. So this is a ghost story. The book's name is really simple. It's called The Girl in the Window. That's it. Really simple. I get to explore more things in relation to the character of Ito. If you have been reading the books, one of the reasons why I'm going to have more than 6 books. There's not just going to be 6 books in this series, but they are short books. Right now, I'm thinking that I might be getting up to like 25-ish, and it's not really, you might think to yourself, that's crazy, because 25 books is a lot, but they're all very short books. So what, 25, if all of them are 30,000 words, I'm doing the math right now. If all of them are 30,000 words, it's only 750,000 words, which is only about like a 6 book series, longer books. So It's not really that long. But Ito, it plays a prominent role in this book. I'm excited to explore that character a little bit more. And my hope is that I can explore all the different characters to the point where people actually know them more and more, and they understand them, and they know their backstory, and they know who they are, and they kind of have predictions about how they're going to act and different things like that. You know, you want to actually know the characters. That's all I'm going to give you about that. So it's a ghost story. It has a lot of stuff about Ito. You get to know more about him and how he works, etc. More mysteries are revealed about him. So that is the girl in the window. And there's probably another book called that, because I wasn't searching for an extremely complex title for that. I thought it was very fitting, and it fits the story as well. The 6th book, it's not the final book in the series. The 6th book in the series is I don't know how to describe it. I guess we can start this way. So I said, when I started doing this, that I wanted to write books that fit together. Like, you know, you could read them all, and then you could also read them individually and not worry about it. I'm deviating from this a little bit. And I think you can look at it kind of like a television series. So I am taking the 6th book and then a few other books after the 6th book to tell a little longer narrative. And then that's going to hang together more cohesively. There's going to be, but at the same time, you always can read books separately, of course. But I think that the 6th book kind of it goes off in a different direction, and I'm using that to kind of flesh out the characters and bring them together. And I didn't plan on this happening. When I plan a book, what happens usually is I plan out the book, and then I think through all the possibilities. You know, I'm not just going on a whim towards certain things, but once in a while I do run into a situation where I'm like, that is a really good idea. And I did something in the book that kind of makes you might consider it a cliffhanger. I don't really consider it a cliffhanger. I don't know. Maybe you would. I don't want to say it is. I don't want to say it isn't. But it certainly is the case that I created a book that is asking for more story, right? It is asking, hey, there needs to be more story told to explain what is happening with specific characters in this book. But I think of it more of like a television series. So if you watch a television series, what happens is they tell individual stories. You know, each episode is episodic. It tells a small story in each episode, and then they take you on a little journey through a few different episodes. And that's what I'm going to do. And we'll see what happens toward the end of the books. I think if you get to book 6, you know, I think you're all right. I think you don't have much of an issue if you get to book 6 being taken on a little journey. But you might get mad at me because everybody has their specific expectations, and you certainly can have yours as well. I'm not going to tell you anything about this book, but I will tell you the title. And I don't know what I feel about. I'm going to keep the title. I'm going to keep the title because it fits. And it will be not a theme, but there's specific things within the 6th book, and there are specific things within all the different books that I've written already, 1 through 5 as well, that will tie into the story later on. Right? Everything is going to be tying back to everything else. The goal isn't to make it so convoluted that you can't follow what's going on. I try to write clearly, but I'm not going to tell you what this book is about. The book's title is Two Fleas, and the reason why is because the title of Two Fleas and what that means within the context of the book is going to grow into the other books. I don't know how exactly to say it at this point. So that is where I'm going to leave you right now. I'm going to be putting out one more video. I will tell you exactly. In that video, I will be telling you when stuff will be happening. All right. I'm almost certain it's going to be Friday. I will also be revealing the covers to you in that video as well. So if you want to make sure you get everything in relation to me, if you want to make sure you stay connected to what I have going out into the world, please sign up for my newsletter, danielpoppie.com/newsletter. And a big help for me is if you like or share this video. It's actually a huge help. I think that what people in terms of liking and sharing, what people often think is like, well, if I don't buy the book, I don't want to like or share it. But even if you're not buying the book, even if you're like, this genre isn't for me, but if you want to show support, that's one of the biggest ways you can do it. Because I don't necessarily want people who dislike the books or are lukewarm about the books to read them. I want people who love the books to read the books. It makes the most sense to me, you know? I don't like to read books that I'm lukewarm about. I don't like to pick up a book and be like, it's all right. I like to be engaged with the book. I like to love the book, and everybody has their specific tastes. Everybody has their experiences that feed into those tastes in relation to books. So this might not be your cup of tea, but at the same time, you can show support in some ways even more instead of buying it, to actually just share. Share the stuff, tell other people about it. That's huge. That probably is, I appreciate that. I don't know if I probably appreciate it more than just somebody buying a book to show support, because it gets other people's eyeballs on what I'm doing. So again, danielpoppie.com/newsletter if you want to stay connected. And I probably am forgetting something, but all the links will be in the description that you need if I am forgetting something. I will see you later on this week.